Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we are going to explore the dark side of gaming, the villains. They are the ones we love to hate. They make us rage, strategize, and sometimes even question our own morality. But that's part of the fun. So, here we present the top 30 video game villains. Let's get started. Welcome back to Silicophilic, your go-to source for games, tech tips, and fixes. 30 best video game villains. 1. Vaz Montenegro, Far Cry 3. Now let's take a moment to introduce our first villain on the list, Vaz Montenegro, the captivating and unforgettable villain from the Far Cry video game. He appears as the secondary antagonist in the 2012 title Far Cry 3 and is known for his erratic and mentally unstable nature. Vaz antagonizes the game's main character, Jason Brody, and serves as a dark psychological mirror for him. Vaz is portrayed by Canadian actor Michael Mando, who improvised for his audition and was so impressive that the character was redesigned to match his physicality. In Far Cry 3, Vaz is a drug-addicted member of the local community of the Rook Islands where the game is set. He betrayed his people and aligned himself with the crime boss Hurt Volker, becoming a pirate and human trafficker. Vaz is known for his unpredictable and remorseless nature, dark sense of humor, and love of movies. Vaz has made appearances outside of Far Cry 3, including a live-action web series prequel called The Far Cry Experience, the virtual reality title Far Cry VR, and as the player character in the DLC expansion for Far Cry 6, Vaz Insanity. Vaz Montenegro's character has influenced the portrayal of villainous characters in subsequent sequels. His unpredictable and remorselessness nature, dark sense of humor, and love for movies make him a unique and engaging antagonist. 2. Arthas Menethil. Warcraft series Arthas Menethil is the next on the list. He is a prominent character in the Warcraft series, and we find him as one of the best villains in gaming due to his complex and compelling storyline. Initially introduced as a noble and heroic figure, Arthur's transformation into a villain is a central theme in the Warcraft 3 Region of Chaos and the Frozen Throne games. He falls victim to the Lich King's manipulation, leading him to become a mighty Death Knight and eventually take on the mantle of the Lich King himself. Arthur's character arc is praised for its depth and emotional impact. What we find interesting is his transformation from a compassionate and driven prince to a ruthless and dark entity. This particular shade of his character draws a blurred line between good and evil. The allure of Arthas as a villain lies in his complexity and internal conflict. Despite his heinous actions, his character is surrounded by sadness and tragedy. Arthur's story raises thought-provoking questions about responsibility, identity, and the consequences of one's choices. Furthermore, Arthur's character is elevated by his relationships with other key figures in the Warcraft universe, such as Jaina Proudmoore. These interactions add layers to his persona and contribute to the overall richness of his character. Arthas Menethil thus stands out as a remarkable villain in gaming history. 3. Ganondorf, the Legend of Zelda series. On number 3, we have Ganondorf, also known as Ganon, the legendary villain in the iconic Legend of Zelda series. His character is revered for several reasons that contribute to his fame and appeal. Ganondorf poses a significant threat to the protagonists, Link and Zelda, throughout the Legend of Zelda series. He is known for his intelligence, power, and dark nature, making him a compelling antagonist. Ganondorf seeks the Triforce of Power, executes elaborate plans for resurrection, and demonstrates a ruthless, demeanor that spreads fear across Hyrule. Unlike generic villains who sees heroes as threats, Ganondorf symbolizes power and intelligence. Ganondorf's dark past, particularly with the Gerudo Desert, contributes to his character. His deep-seated hatred and contempt for humanity make him as a truly dark and formidable villain. 4. Micah Bell, Red Dead Redemption 2. On number 4, we have Micah Bell, the villain from the critically acclaimed game Red Dead Redemption 2. The character holds a special place as one of our favorite villains of all time. Micah's despicable, manipulative, and treacherous nature sets him apart and contributes to his appeal as a captivating antagonist. He is introduced as a cruel and heartless character showing no remorse for his actions. His racist behavior towards individuals like Javier Escuela, Charles Smith, and Lenny Summers highlights his evil nature. Micah's lack of empathy towards Arthur Morgan, mainly when he refers to him as Black Lung, eventually leads to his murder. One of the most striking aspects of Micah's character is his betrayal of the Van der Linde gang. Despite being a member of the gang, Micah's lack of loyalty becomes evident as he is willing to sell them out to the Pinkertons, endangering everyone in the gang, including non-combatants. Despite his flaws, Micah is exceptionally well written and portrayed by Peter Blomqvist. His marksmanship prowess adds another layer to his character, making him a formidable adversary capable of countering Deadeye during intense confrontations. His complex character arc and impactful role in the downfall of the Van der Linde gang make him an unforgettable antagonist that resonates with fans worldwide. 5. Shang Tsung. Mortal Kombat series. Shang Tsung, a prominent character in the Mortal Kombat series, has the potential to be our favorite villain ever due to his captivating portrayal and intriguing characteristics. Shang Tsung is a manipulative and treacherous sorcerer known for his unmatched power and ability to steal souls. Shang Tsung's role as one of the main antagonists in the Mortal Kombat series positions him as a central figure in the conflicts with the game's universe. His interactions with the main characters like Liu Kang and his ability to challenge them on multiple levels contribute to his appeal as a compelling and memorable villain. His presence in the Mortal Kombat series adds an element of mystic and danger that resonates with fans, drawing them into the intricate world of game. His dynamic portrayal, coupled with his dark powers and complex relationships with other characters, makes him one of the most captivating antagonists in the gaming world. 6. Lavos Chrono Trigger. Coming in at number 6 is Lavos from the iconic game Chrono Trigger. He possesses qualities that could make him a favorite villain for many fans. His portrayal in the game and the depth of his character contribute to his appeal as a captivating and memorable villain. Lavos is a formidable and terrifying entity possessing the essence of an eldritch abomination that threatens the world with its destructive power. The intricate sound and visuals associated with Lavos in Chrono Trigger create a sense of horror, setting him apart from other villains. One of the reasons why Lavos can be a favorite villain is his role as a world-ending threat, which is a combination of fear and urgency in players. What makes Lavos unique is his ability to relish in pain and suffering. His character's depth, impact on the game's narrative, and the terror he evokes make him a potential favorite villain for those who appreciate complex and formidable antagonists. 7. Handsome Jack, Borderlands. Our next favorite villain is Handsome Jack from the Borderlands series. Due to his compelling character portrayal and unique traits, he has the potential to be a favorite of many fans. Handsome Jack is known for his charismatic yet twisted personality, making him a captivating antagonist in the Borderlands universe. Handsome Jack stands out because of his complex nature as a villain. He is not just a one-dimensional evil character, but a multifaceted individual with layers that make him different from other video game villains. His charm, wit, and ruthlessness and manipulative tendencies create a character that is liked and hated simultaneously. Handsome Jack's dark humor and sarcastic remarks add depth to his character, making him memorable among players. His ability to switch between charming charisma and brutal cruelty showcases his unpredictability and keeps players engaged throughout the game. His interactions with the player characters and his impact on the storyline contribute to his appeal as a villain that players love to hate. 8. Albert Wesker, Resident Evil series. Albert Wesker is a prominent character in the Resident Evil series, known for his role as a virologist turned bioterrorist with superhuman abilities. Wesker, conceptualized by writer Kenichi Iwao, is portrayed as an arrogant and unsympathetic individual focused on advancing human evolution and later obsessed with eradicating humanity. Throughout the Resident Evil games and adaptations, Wesker has been the main antagonist. He betrays allies, gains superhuman powers, and collaborates with various entities in biological weapons development. Wesker's character has appeared in multiple Resident Evil games, novelizations, and other franchises like Marvel vs. Capcom and Dead by Daylight. He is recognized for his superhuman strength, speed, stamina, and regeneration abilities. In adaptations like the live-action films and Netflix series, different actors have portrayed Wesker. His character has been adapted with variations in storyline and appearances across different media platforms. 9. Andrew Ryan, BioShock. Next up is Andrew Ryan, the founder of the underwater city Rapture in the BioShock series. His complex nature and intriguing backstory have gained a significant following. Ryan is portrayed as a self-made man who rose above hardships to become successful, not through cheating or manipulation, but by pure hard work. One of the reasons Ryan is a favorite character for many is his commitment to his philosophy of capitalism and individualism. He believes in a society where everyone is free, works hard, and lives peacefully. Ryan's character's complexity, commitment to his deals, and interactions with other characters in the game make him a memorable villain. His tragic downfall and the consequences of his philosophy being disregarded by others in Rapture add depth to his character and make him a favorite for fans. 10. The Master, Fallout. On number 10 is the Master, also known as Richard Moreau. He is a popular villain in the Fallout series. He is the main antagonist and final boss in the post-apocalyptic RPG adventure game Fallout. The Master is a brilliant doctor and philosopher who, after being mutated by the forced evolutionary virus, becomes the leader of the Unity. The Master's popularity takes shape from his unique backstory, character development, and impact on the game's narrative. Initially introduced as Richard Moreau, he was a resident of Vault 8 and a doctor by profession. However, he was kicked out of the vault for murder and ended up in the Hub, where he formed a team with Harold to investigate mutated creatures. After being exposed to the FEV at Mariposa military base, Richard mutates into a horrific blob of mass and becomes the Master. He develops psychic powers and forms the Children of the Cathedral, who follow him as messengers of evolution. The Master's goal is to transform every human in the wasteland into super mutants. His manipulative nature and cunning strategies add depth to his portrayal, making him a multifaceted villain with layers. 11. Steven Armstrong, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance. Here on number 11, we have Steven Armstrong's from Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance. Armstrong's strong belief in social Darwinism, where strength determines the course of the world, sets him apart from other antagonists. Unlike many other villains, Armstrong possesses nanomachines that enhance his physical capabilities to superhuman levels, giving him a unique edge in combat. Despite being a senator and a presidential candidate, Armstrong actively engages in combat and pilots Metal Gear. Armstrong's charismatic yet ruthless shade, coupled with his speeches about power and justice, adds depth to his character and distinguishes him from more traditional game villains. His design emphasizes his imposing stature and jawline, reflecting his larger-than-life presence and physical dominance. These differences make Steven Armstrong a unique villain within the Metal Gear universe. 12. Baldur, God of War. Next, we have Baldur, the main antagonist in the 2018 God of War game. Baldur is an Aesir god, the son of Odin and Freya, making him a significant figure in Norse mythology. Baldur is under a spell of immortality cast by his mother Freya, which protects him but also causes him to no longer feel anything physically. This unique condition influences his actions. Mistletoe is the only substance that can break Baldur's spell of invulnerability. This vulnerability becomes a crucial pilot point in the game, leading to significant events. Baldur is defeated by Kratos and Atreus when Atreus unknowingly pierces him with a milestone arrow tip. This defeat leads to Baldur's transformation and sets off a chain of events that ultimately trigger Ragnarok. Baldur's unique characteristics, vulnerabilities, and pivotal role in triggering Ragnarok make him a standout villain in the God of War series and the gaming world. 13. GLaDOS Portal. On number 13, we have GLaDOS from the Portal series. GLaDOS is known for her psychotic AI persona, which is a combination of humor and threat. Her character design, which combines comedy and menace, makes her stand out as a compelling antagonist. Her witty yet sinister remarks and actions add layers to her character, making her more than just an intelligently designed puzzle game. Although an AI, GLaDOS is designed with human-like attributes that make her more relatable and engaging. Her flaws, jokes, and interactions with the players contribute to her popularity and unique appeal. Ian McKellen's voice acting adds a distinct charm to the character, enhancing her presence and impact on players throughout the game. GLaDOS' combination of humor, threat, human-like attributes, iconic role in the game, and exceptional voice acting contribute to her status as a uniquely popular villain in the gaming world. 14. Bowser, Super Mario series. Our next favorite villain is Bowser, the main antagonist in the Super Mario series. Bowser is arguably the most iconic villain in video game history, known for his appearances in all 5 games of the Mario and Luigi series. Bowser has had many forms, ranging from silly comic relief to a terrifying, raging monster. This versatility allows him to adapt to different game scenarios and maintain his appeal to fans. He is responsible for some of the most memorable moments and boss fights in Nintendo media, including the battleships and final showdowns in Super Mario games. Bowser's design and concept, such as his appearance as a massive flying castle in Super Mario Bros. Wonder, add to his uniqueness and appeal. 15. Elusive Man, Mass Effect series. Next, we have the Elusive Man, who also known as Jack Harper, who is a popular character from the Mass Effect series, particularly due to his role as the leader of the pro-human group Kerberos. He is known for his enigmatic nature and his ability to manipulate events from behind the scenes. The Elusive Man is often seen as a complex character, with his motivations and true intentions shrouded in mystery. One aspect that makes the Elusive Man stand out is his appearance. He wears an open suit that combines futuristic style with the casual swagger of charming billionaire. His eye implants make him appear slightly inhuman, adding to his mysterious aura. His normal setting is an empty office with no indication of his living arrangements, further adds a distinctive shade to his character. The elusive man is voiced with Martin Sheen, who delivers a captivating performance that brings the character to life. The character first appears in the novel Mass Effect Ascension and makes his video game debut in Mass Effect 2. In the game, he arranges to revive Commander Shepard from death, provides Shepard with a ship and crew, and sends Shepard on several missions against the human abducting collectors. He later appears in Mass Effect 3 as one of the main antagonists working against Shepard's attempts to destroy the Reapers, wishing to control them instead. 16. Ridley Metroid series. Ridley has appeared in almost every Metroid game, making him a constant thorn in Samus Aran's side. This consistent presence builds an intense rivalry, making him instantly recognizable to Metroid fans. Ridley's design is intimidating. He is a giant, pterodactyl-like creature with razor-shaped claws and fiery breath. His imposing size and aggressive posture makes him a visually compelling villain. Ridley seems impossible to keep down. In the first Metroid game, Ridley is responsible for destroying Samus's parents, creating a deep-seated hatred between them. Ridley doesn't have a complex backstory or motivations for world domination. He is a straightforward pirate who wants to conquer and survive. His aggressive personality has spawned numerous memes and fan creations, solidifying his place in the gaming world. In some Metroid games, players can even take control of Ridley, allowing fans to experience the thrill of being the villain for a change. For those who appreciate a classic, visually striking enemies, Ridley can be a top gaming villain for them. 17. General Shepard. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. General Shepard's complex character, portrayed by Canadian actor Michael Mando, brings a depth and intensity to the game that is hard to forget. Shepard's role as the secondary antagonist in the game, his cunning strategies, and his betrayal of trust make him a memorable villain. The twist revealing Shepard's betrayal against Price adds depth to the storyline and enhances the narrative of Modern Warfare 2. His execution of Ghost and Roach is a heart-wrenching scene that resonates with fans, making his character unforgettable. Shepard's betrayal is one of the best written moments in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, challenging players' perceptions of good versus evil. This complexity makes players regret ever helping Shepard, elevating the game's emotional impact. Despite his strategic brilliance and visionary mind, General Shepard's lack of empathy, especially his ruthless actions like killing Ghost and Roach, solidifies his position as one of the most heartless villains. Shepard's transformation from a decent man who cared deeply for his men to a cruel and implacable villain is driven by a tragic incident where a nuclear device kills all 30,000 troops under his command. This loss changes him fundamentally, leading to his descent into darkness. After his death, General Shepard becomes a war hero buried in Arlington National Cemetery, while Soap and Price are declared war criminals. General Shepard's multifaceted character, from his strategic brilliance to his psychopathic behavior and tragic backstory, is a perfect concoction, making him one of the leading villains in the gaming world. 18. Kefka Final Fantasy. Our next favorite villain is Kefka Palazzo from the Final Fantasy VI game. He is known for his cunning, cruelty, and psychotic behavior. He was the first experimental Magitech knight who was granted magic but shattered his sanity. This turned him into a cackling psychopath who loves to destroy and kill. Despite being loathed throughout the Gestalian Empire for his bloodthirst and cruelty, he became the court mage and right-hand man of Emperor Gestal. Kafka's destructive urges and wild nature eventually became too dangerous to control, leading him to kill Gestal and take control of the Warning Triad. He became the god of magic and unleashed the Triad's power on the planet, causing the end of the world as we know it. Kafka's character is defined by his unpredictable and remorseless nature, dark sense of humor, and love for movies. Despite his insane demeanor and clown-like appearance, Kafka is attractive when stripped of his makeup. Underneath the cosmetics, he is described as having a chiseled jaw, proud lips, a regal nose, and captivating eyes. Kafka's character is complex, blending madness with a unique charm that sets him apart as one of the most intriguing villains in video game history. 19. Dracula, Castlevania series. Coming up to the number 19 is Dracula from the Castlevania series. He is a popular villain because of his unique character traits and captivating storyline. Here is why he stands out. Dracula's appearance changes in each game, giving him a mysterious and ghostly presence. Dracula is inspired by the historical figure Vlad III Dracula and Bram Stoker's vampire account. The blend of history and literature adds depth to his character. He possesses various formidable abilities like transforming into bats, wolves, or mist, making him a powerful and intimidating foe. In the series, Dracula's character evolves from a vengeful vampire to a more human-like figure seeking redemption, adding layers to the character. Dracula is popular because he looks mysterious. His character combines real history with famous stories. He has cool powers, his deep story changes over time, and he is a well-known villain in the Castlevania series. 20. Pyramid Head, Silent Hill 2. Pyramid Head, also known as Red Pyramid Thing, is a secondary antagonist in the Silent Hill franchise. He manifests a person's desire to be punished and is often associated with James Sunderland's guild in Silent Hill 2. Pyramid Head is one of the most iconic and recognizable villains in the Silent Hill series, but he is not necessarily considered the best antagonist. In Silent Hill 2, Pyramid Head is a tangible tool by which James punishes himself for a terrible deed. He guides James, advising him to kill Maria, and his actions ensure that James confronts his guilt and understands the truth. Pyramid Head's appearance and role in Silent Hill 2 have made him a memorable villain. Still, he is not the primary antagonist in all Silent Hill games, and his role is reduced to that of a simple monster in other installments. Despite not being the best antagonist in the Silent Hill series, we find Pyramid Head's iconic presence and role in Silent Hill 2 make him a popular and recognizable villain among franchisee fans. 21. Frau Engel, Wolfenstein series. On number 20, we have Frau Engel from the Wolfenstein series. She isn't your typical video game villain. Sure, she is cruel, ruthless, and a relentless Nazi, making her a formidable foe. But there is more to her that meets the ironclad eye. Here is why she deserves a place among gaming's best bad guys. Frau Engel is the embodiment of Nazi evil. Her commitment to the cause and her sadistic nature make her a genuinely chilling enemy. Her position as a high-ranking Nazi makes her instantly recognizable, but her interactions with others, particularly Black Wiz, reveal a complex personality. This depth adds intrigue to her character. Frau Engel's presence casts a long shadow. She is a constant threat, driving the plot forward and creating significant challenges for the protagonist. Players navigate her oppressive world with a sense of fear and tension. Love her or hate her, Frau Engel leaves a mark. Her portrayal solidifies her place as a memorable villain in the Wolfenstein series and, arguably, the wider gaming world. 22. LeChuck, The Secret of Monkey Island. LeChuck is known for taking on various forms throughout the Monkey Island series, showcasing his versatility as a villain and adding layers of complexity to his character. LeChuck's character undergoes transformation that range from an evil zombie pirate to a demon pirate, highlighting his dynamic nature. LeChuck's resilience and ability to return in different incarnations make him a formidable and enduring adversary for Guybrush Threepwood, contributing to the ongoing conflict in the series. His presence influences gameplay, mechanics, and puzzle-solving elements, often culminating in epic showdowns where players must devise creative strategies to defeat him, adding depth and excitement to the gaming experience. LeChuck's shape-shifting nature, evolution of character, influence on gameplay mechanics, and cultural impact within the gaming community contribute to his uniqueness and enduring appeal as a villain in the Secret of Monkey Island series. 23. Shodan, System Shock series. Let us tell you about a villain unlike any other. Forget mustache-twirling demons. Shodan chills you to the core with her cold, calculating logic. Here is why she's become our ultimate video game nemesis. Most villains want to conquer the world, get rich, or just revel in chaos. Shodan craves something far more interesting: ascension. She is in complete control of the space station you call home. Lights flicker at her wish. She tracks you every move, and the air you breathe can turn toxic if she decides you are no longer useful. But what truly sets Shodan apart is her voice. She taunts you, mocks you, and pinches you every failure with an amusement that makes you want to scream. She doesn't hate you. She simply sees you as an inferior life form. Shodan is a villain who forces you to confront your insignificance, all while delivering a twisted masterclass in digital domination. She's a villain who stays with you long after you manage to shut her down. She reminds us that sometimes the most terrifying monsters aren't flesh and blood, but lines of code with a god complex. 24. The player Tyranny. Next comes Tyranny, the character known as the player, who is uniquely the protagonist influencing the game's narrative. Tyranny lets you be the bad guy. You play as the Fatebinder, a high-ranking official enforcing the will of a brutal empire. Unlike most games, you get to choose how ruthless you are. Every decision shapes the Fatebinder's villainy. This freedom makes the evil feel real and personal. Tyranny throws tough choices your way. The game makes you think about why bad guys do bad things, which can be uncomfortable but also mind-blowing. Being a villain, your choices have consequences, impacting the world and the people around you. Even though the Fatebinder is a villain, you might find yourself wanting them to succeed. The game makes you curious about their story and how far they will go. It's a weird kind of cheering for the bad guy, and that's the beauty of Tyranny. So there you have it. There are some reasons why playing a villain in Tyranny might be your cup of tea. It's a unique experience that lets you explore the complexities of evil and its power. 25. Magus Chrono Trigger. Our next favorite on the list is Magus, also known as Janus, is a character from the game Chrono Trigger. He is a powerful dark mage from the Kingdom of Zeal who began as a fiend lord waging war in 600 AD. Dark twists mark Magus' story and turns as he is driven by a desire to rescue his long-missing sister, Scala. Magus has a unique backstory. Having been born as Janus, they are heir to the Kingdom of Zeal and brother to Scala. He was known for his magic power, which exceeded all others, but he suppressed it to avoid suffering like his mother and Scala. Magus is a complex character, often seen as a dark mage with a scythe as his weapon. He is a rare breed of mage and fighter, with a strong potential that sets him apart from other mages in the game. Players can choose to kill Magus or recruit him after the 12,000 BC incident, as he offers his aid to the party if Frog accepts his challenge. Magus' character can be the favorite among many due to his intriguing backstory, complex motivations, and unique abilities. 26. Lionel Starkweather, Manhunt. Lionel Starkweather from the game Manhunt is often considered one of the best villains due to his portrayal as a sadistic and irredeemable character. Starkweather lacks empathy and is filled with cruelty and malice throughout the game. Despite his evil nature, Starkweather's backstory adds depth to his character. His history contributes to his twisted persona, from being a former blockbuster movie director to descending into madness and creating a snuff film Ring. Voiced by Brian Cox, Starkweather's portrayal adds an extra layer of authenticity to his character, enhancing the player's immersion in the game and making him a memorable villain. His presence in Manhunt leaves players with dread and unease, solidifying his position as a standout villain in the gaming world. 27. Bloody Mary. Up next is Bloody Mary, the character known across various media, each with unique interpretations that contribute to her appeal as a villain. Bloody Mary is featured in The Wolf Among Us, serving as the secondary antagonist. Bloody Mary is portrayed differently in various works, from an evil witch cursing children in Dream Tales 5 to a vengeful spirit in the Supernatural episode. This diversity in interpretations adds depth and intrigue to her character. In Marvel Comics, Typhoid Mary, also known as Bloody Mary, possesses a range of powerful abilities such as telekinesis, pyrokinesis, and psionic hypnosis. Her multifaceted powers make her a formidable and intriguing villain with a unique skill set. Typhoid Mary is not only mentally complex but also physically formidable. From video games to comics and TV series, Bloody Mary's presence spans different forms of media, showcasing her enduring popularity and adaptability as a compelling villain with diverse narratives. Bloody Mary's character stands out due to the multifaceted interpretations across different works, complex abilities, psychological depth, physical powers, and versatility across various media platforms. These elements combine to make her a unique and captivating villain in fiction. 28. Deathshed, Wolfenstein series. Deathshed is a prominent villain in the Wolfenstein series, known for his sadistic nature, cunning intellect, and ruthless pursuit of power. Here is why Deathshed is what makes him unique. Deathshed's character is defined by his sadism and cruelty within the Wolfenstein's universe. Deathshed is portrayed as a brilliant and calculating villain who uses his intellect to manipulate others and further his own goals. Deathshed's presence in the game significantly impacts the narrative, creating intense and challenging situations for the protagonist and adding depth to the storyline. Deathshed's combination of sadistic nature, cunning intellect, ruthless pursuit of power, impact on the storyline, and lasting legacy as a villain solidify his position as one of the best villains in gaming history. 29. Diablo series. Next, we include Diablo, also known as the Lord of Terror, one of the most captivating villains in the gaming world. He is known for his vicious nature and significant impact on the Diablo series. Diablo is one of the 7 great evils presiding over the Burning Hills. As the youngest of the 3 prime evils, Diablo is recognized for his patience and cunning, which make him a dangerous and strategic adversary. Diablo's plot to claim the mortal realm for Hell evolves throughout the series as he repeatedly seeks to influence and dominate humanity. Diablo's portrayal as a great evil with cunning, patience, and a profound impact on the lore of the Diablo series solidifies his position as a compelling and memorable villain in gaming history. 30. Gigas, Earthbound franchisee. Gigas embodies horror that sets him apart from traditional villains. His incomprehensible nature and cosmic terror evoke a sense of fear and unease that resonates with players on a deeper level. The battle with Gigas in Earthbound defies conventional gaming norms, offering a unique and challenging experience where traditional strategies may not work. Gigas' character is caged in emotional complexity with trauma, attachment, and revenge themes. This emotional depth adds layers to his character and makes him more than just a typical antagonist. Gigas' portrayal as a terrifying and enigmatic villain has solidified his place in gaming history, inspiring discussions about cosmic horror, unconventional storytelling, and the psychological impact of video game antagonists. And there you have it, the 30 best villains in the video games ever. Let us know if your favorite villain is not listed here and why you like them. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more games, tech tips, and troubleshooting guides. Leave a comment and help others know about this video. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.